I think I can move to next topic. Nobody have. Okay. Okay, fine. Next, till now we have studied about different types of clustering. Now we are going to study about different type of clusters. Okay. The first thing is well separated cluster. So in this, a cluster is a set of points such that any point in a cluster is closer to every other point in the cluster than to any point not in the cluster. Something like here we have something, a concept called, see, see here, whatever the points present in this, okay, something like this, these are all objects. If this set of points that have in a cluster closer to each and every point, okay, see, if this point and this point is closer to each other, this point and this point is closer to each other, but this point and this is not at all closer to each other, is it right? Like that, this point and this point is not closer to each other. So we say what are all the points are which are closer to each other. See, so if you can easily analyze, these are all the points are close to each other, but these are all the points are close to each other. There is a gap between, means the distance is too far between these two points. The distance is too far between these 2 points. So if you group like this, if you create a cluster, if you create a group like this, then we say it's a well separated cluster. Okay, it means similar object will present in one group, dissimilar object is present in another cluster, so like that. So this is an example. We have 3 well separated cluster here. So a group or a cluster as a well separated if they have similar in one group and dissimilar in another. So whatever the objects present in this group that don't have any similarity at all with the object that is present in this group. Yeah, so that's why we say it's a well separated cluster. Next is a graph based. Okay, a graph based. We say it is something like that. If any object present in a cluster, okay, that is closer to the center point. Suppose if you say this is a center point and we have all object present here, okay, we have all object present here, and this is a median. I can represent center like this. I can represent center like this. Okay, if any object that are closer to its center of the cluster, closer to the center of the cluster, then we say that that is a center based clusters. See, whenever we are forming a center, of course we are going to use that centroid thing like mean. If you consider this group, if you calculate the mean of that group, if you get it, then we can easily find out the centroid. If we know the centroid, we will see what is the exact distance between this object to the centroid, either to this centroid or either to this centroid or either to uh, this centroid, either to this centroid. Okay, we have 3 centroid here, so we have a lot of objects present. Okay, first we will see this object. So whether this object is near to this center or this center, we will see. If it is near to this center, it belongs to this group. If it is near to this center, this belongs to this group. So object that is present with respect to here, they are all near to this center. That's why they have presented in this cluster. Okay, so that's how the always center based is, uh, it's an object in a cluster that is closer to the center of a cluster than the center of any other clusters. So that's how overall, which are all object that is closer to this particular center, they are present to this cluster. Present with respect to this particular, all objects belong to this cluster. So like that. Okay, so the center, how we are going to identify a center? By using a median thing, so we can easily identify the center. Suppose if it is a categorical data, then we are going to use MEDA to identify the center of the clusters. Okay, next thing is contiguous cluster, or we can say nearest neighbor or transitive clusters. See, So whenever we have a lot of points, okay, something like that, I can represent like this also. See, assume I have a point like this. I have a point here, I have a point here, I have a point here, and I have a point here, and I have a point here, and I have a point here, something like that. Even I have a point like this here also, here, something like that. Okay. So what exactly contiguous clusters forms? Cluster is a set of points such that the point in a cluster is closer to one or more other points in the cluster than to any point in the cluster not in the. See, suppose if I consider this point, okay, neighbors of this point is this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Now, right, this point is closer to this point, but if this point is far to this point, okay. So if any object that is closer to one or more points that is nearest to it, then we say all this belongs to one cluster, and all this belongs to another clusters, and all this belongs to another cluster, like that. If you form the cluster like this, we can say it is a nearest neighbor which is a part of contiguous clusters. So that's how. So a cluster is a set of points such that the point in a cluster is a closer to one or more other points in the cluster than to any point not in the clusters. So like that, see, when I say nearest neighbor, whenever I say nearest neighbor, you can easily say this point is the nearest neighbor of this point is this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one, but not this one and this one. So it means that this point is closer to one or more objects which are near have less distance or similar characteristics. Okay, so this point exactly belongs to a particular cluster. We cannot say it belongs to this. I'm only speaking with respect to this point. Okay, we cannot say this point belongs to this cluster. Okay, a cluster like this, then we say it is a contiguous clusters. These are some different contiguous clusters examples. Sometimes, like this points, the neighbor of this point is this one, maybe belongs to like this cluster, like this. Okay. Next is based on density. What we do is, if you have point something and the objects are something like this, okay, we can easily observe that there is a high density here and there is a sparse density here. Is it right? If you are going to form a cluster based on this type of density, is all cluster with high density belongs to one group, all cluster with low density belongs to separate group, then we say it's a density based clustering. A cluster is a dense region of points which is separated by low density regions. Here this region is completely separated by this region. So here, yeah, if you form a clustering something like this, then we say it's like a density based clustering. So it is easy to identify noise and outliers that are present in your data sets. Okay, because they may not be belongs to either any one of the group, or they are not closer to points that are very present in a denser regions, because they don't have similar characteristics in their data. So that's why they are always far behind the dense regions. Okay, so this is what if we do clustering like this, then we say it's a density based cluster. Next thing is based on the shade property, that is something like that. If I have a clusters, if I have a point something like this, or something I can easily explain here itself. Okay, I have a point like this. Okay, I have objects, data objects. But whenever intersection is there, we say that these type of object, they have the common property that is present in this group and this group. So we say that these objects, they don't have any common property. That's why there is always present in separate group. And these objects also, they don't have common property. That's why they are present in separate group. When comes with respect to this particular data objects in your data sets, so see, they have common property that belongs to either this group and belongs to either this group. So that's why these things have always have a shared property with them. So if you form a cluster like this, then we say it's a conceptual clusters. Find the cluster that shares some common property or represent of particular concepts. So identifying these, and if you create a cluster like this, then we can easily say two overlapping circles with, we call it as a conceptual clusters. Okay, this is what with basics of clustering, that is what exactly cluster means, where it is all applying. Okay, so what are clustering types, and what are all different types of clusters. Okay, these are all basic things. So I think two or three questions of module 5, at least two questions we have already covered in module 5 now today. So I'm going to end this session here itself. Next class onwards, we are going to learn different algorithms with respect to clustering. Okay, like agglomerative, DB scan, something like that. Okay, so this clustering always depends on different type of clustering techniques. K means belongs to partitioning, agglomerative belongs to hierarchical, or DB scan belongs to density based, something like that. Okay, so we are going to learn all this algorithm in the next class onwards. This is a basic thing. So any okay, any doubt till now? Somebody is telling yes, you can ask me question now.